Has the altcoin season officially started? In today's video, we're going to go through what is going on and give you the latest updates on altcoins in general and talk about what we need to see to feel confident. We are seeing the beginning stages. We are seeing the rumblings of an altcoin season. The question is it officially here, or are we potentially heading for another disappointment, another fake out? Make sure to watch the video all the way until the end. Two coins popping off today, Leading Surge, ONDO and XRP. We'll talk about both of those and what our expectations are. Make sure to don't go anywhere. Smash the like, hit subscribe. All right, let's go. In a tweet that I put out this morning over on X, we talk about the factors that must be discussed and had for a full-blown explosive altcoin season. Small plug right now. If you're not following me over on X, make sure to go do it right now at Tims_TA. But these are the factors that we are looking at that I'm going to break down in today's video. Are we in a full-blown altcoin season? Short answer is right now, technically no. However, as you can see on this list, we've already accomplished some major things, and soon we might be seeing all of them come to fruition. But let's kind of break this down one by one. Number one, Bitcoin, new all-time high above 120,000. This, of course, happened over the weekend with Bitcoin making its way all the way up to $123,000. The reason this is significant is because historically, when you take a look at long-term bull markets and altcoin seasons, Bitcoin has to make a break above a previous all-time high pretty significantly before altcoin season does start. Because of this, we've been talking about for months now that we're going to see a positive movement, an all-time high break above 120K, and then we can discuss altcoin season. Well, again, that is here, and Bitcoin's a little bit stuck while it seems like altcoins are ready to run. That leads us to the second prediction we made that we have to have for altcoin season. Ethereum will have to outperform Bitcoin. Like I said, while Bitcoin is stuck, Ethereum has continued a steady rally here on the charts, getting back over $3,400 per coin for the first time since back in January of 2025. You can see dating back to the lows of Ethereum, with the exception of one little glitch in June because of the Iran-Israel conflict, has had a steady bullish flow with a little bit of a consolidation before the next explosive move. But even more importantly, the ETH over Bitcoin chart in the last couple of months is up almost 70%, the largest gain we've seen on ETH over Bitcoin in several years, as this trend, this chart has been going to the downside ever since the peak in September of 2022. But for the first time since that 2022 date, ETH looks like it's regaining its dominance over Bitcoin and is heading back up to those levels we once had back in 2021, 2022. The third thing that we have to do is turn the money printers back on. As you know, in recent weeks, the big beautiful bill was passed. And while a lot of people are concerned about what that means for the future of the United States and our current debt problems, one thing you can be sure of is to pay those bills, they got to print some money. Printing money brings liquidity into the space, and that money will be sent out into the economy for people to buy risky assets. This trend can be seen very easily by looking at the global M2 money supply, which has a 90-day period ahead of Bitcoin schedule and crypto schedule to predict pumps and dumps in the markets. And if you're lining this up and you believe in the M2 money supply, you can see this money printing will cause Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to continue to skyrocket all the way until September. Now, I will want to point out here before we move on, we are seeing a bigger pullback here in September, so do not be surprised if sometime during that date, maybe a little late, we do see Bitcoin and altcoins have a small pullback. I wouldn't predict the end of the bull market at that time, but M2 Money Supply is saying we got a lot of bullish momentum ahead of us into September, in which case we might take a small cool off. Maybe you want to consider taking some profits during that month. But now that we've talked about the three things that have happened that we needed to see for altcoin season, let's get into three things that have not quite happened yet. Two of them are extremely close and might even come to fruition within the next week. The other, we might have a little time to wait for, but I don't think we need all six for altcoin season to start. It would be nice for all six to come to fruition. Point number 4 that we need to see to feel good about altcoin season is that the Bitcoin dominance needs to put in a lower low. This one we do not have an official check on. We have a yellow dot signaling close. When you go over to the Bitcoin dominance chart, you do see, though, a trend in the right direction. I've told you now for a couple of weeks, after topping out up here at 66% in a rising wedge, a break to the downside is in order in the next couple of weeks. It turns out I was right sooner than I thought. The target I have to confirm, in my opinion, that the Bitcoin dominance trend is to the downside and altcoin season should be close is a move back down below the lows we had here in May, below 62%. And you can see even here today, we have a small bounce at the time of me making this video, but we wicked all the way down as low as 62.39%. That is the lowest we've been since that day we put in this recent May low back on May 14th. So again, while we haven't officially broken and put a lower low in for the first time during the Bitcoin dominance bull market, we are extremely close, and this could legitimately be a day or two away, maybe a week, but it's coming soon. The fifth thing we're looking for continues in the world of regulatory clarity. We need the government to be officially giving us crypto regulation that will unlock trillions of dollars of institutions' money to invest in these risky assets, knowing they're not violating any laws from the government or the SEC. Of course, even right now, as we're shooting this video, we are in the middle of a will they, won't they situation with the Genius Act, which affects stable coins in the crypto world. But we have a lot of reasons to believe that will be passed today. Several X accounts are reporting that early this morning, President Trump once again said that the Genius Act will be passed today after speaking with all the holdouts from yesterday's vote. Even the polymarket bettors are predicting more than a 99% chance that this bill will be signed into law. Now, this isn't necessarily going to be the end-all be-all of regulatory clarity, but it's going to break the ice of the biggest move towards a crypto country here in the United States that will be a snowball effect for all other bills down the road. Once this Genius Act is passed and we have stablecoin regulation, the clarity on what crypto looks like and what blockchain looks like for the future will become crystal clear. This is going to cause a major bullish trend for altcoins. Now, the only thing that I would like to see happen that would cause a raging altcoin season that doesn't seem to even be close is Fed rate cuts. While some people are holding to hope that maybe Jerome Powell could be fired before the end of the month, as long as the current Fed members are the ones voting, I don't see a rate cut coming anytime soon. In fact, while it's pretty certain we're not going to get a rate cut in July, there's actually some debate about if we're even going to get one in the month of September. Now, I'm not saying that altcoin season can't start before Fed rate cuts, but I will say this would be another major bullish unlocking for altcoins to explode to the upside. It would add simply more liquidity into the space, allowing people to feel better about risky asset investments. That, of course, is the definition of the altcoin market. If Jerome Powell is relieved of his duties, or if he steps down and a pro-Trump Fed member is voted into office, we could see very fast and aggressive rate cuts coming from the Fed. And in that case, even if the altcoin season has already started, it will explode even more with that new Fed chairman. So keep those things in the back of your mind as you're trying to predict and think about altcoin season. Those are the things that still unlock some of the most bullish advocates of a true altcoin season. Does that mean don't buy altcoins until all of it happens? Heck no. We have been buying altcoins for a long, long time now. In the world of investing, you always have to take risk. And right now, while we feel better about the altcoin season than we did 6 months ago, it's not technically a 100% sure thing. However, if you want the biscuit, you got to risk it. We have been risking this for a while. We're anticipating a raging altcoin season. And for that reason, we have been investing for a while. But there's still possibilities to invest in some of your favorite altcoins and make some big money because the altcoin season still has yet to hit its biggest mark. We cover altcoins and cryptocurrency on the daily basis here on the Investing Bros channel. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now and always come in and smash the like button, helping us get that word out to more and more people. Now we're going to talk about the two most explosive coins today that are leading this surge in an attack against Bitcoin dominance. But before we get there, I wanted to give you a quick word from our sponsor, and that is BloFin, the #1 trading exchange in the world right now. If you're bullish on altcoins and you want to make make a lot of money, there's no better place to be trading it than with BloFin, where you do not have to use a VPN. You do not have to KYC. There are hundreds of pairs with amazing fees. And by the way, when you sign up with the bros link down below, you can get up to 20% cash back in trading bonuses on every dollar that you deposit. Make sure when you do it, though, click on the link down below and check out all the rules that apply to that 20% cash back. But go start using the bros link today and trade, making your millions. While several altcoins are rallying like crazy today, there are 2 coins within the top 50 that are standing out and having an amazing morning so far. Number 1 is a coin we have been bullish on for a long time and has had a recent breakout here called XRP. Some of you maybe have heard of this coin, maybe you haven't. If you haven't, that's okay. We're here to talk about it. Shout out to anyone who's in that XRP army. Drop, even right now, a massive all caps XRP rocks in the comments down below. Last week, we had a video. We talked about a big breakout coming for XRP with the first take profit signals here around $3. But we discussed the fact that even within the next couple of weeks, XRP had a very real chance of at least making a push up here towards $4. Well, today, XRP is confidently above that $3 mark. It's at $3.25 and it's still cooking. Even if you go out to the daily chart, some people are going to say, Tim, we're in the red reversal bands. Isn't that a bad thing? Well, just like Bollinger Bands in the world of Lux Algo, and you start to stretch these red clouds, explosive things can happen. For example, let me show you the last time that XRP stretched the red clouds of the daily chart. We'd have to go back all the way back here into November of 2024. This, of course, was accompanied by a massive run on XRP price over 460% before slowing down. Now, I don't want to get your hopes up and say we're about to have another 460% rally on XRP before the next slowdown. We'd be talking about a price prediction for XRP in the world of all the way over $10. I think it's going to take a little bit longer time than the next couple of weeks, but I am still looking at that target right now at $4 here on XRP, a brand new all-time high coming very soon as the altcoin season continues to pick up steam. The other coin having a fantastic move this morning is another coin we've been bullish on for a long time, but this one hasn't necessarily had the same explosive moves that we've seen from coins like XRP and SUI. It's had a more disappointing run so far, but with the recent breakout above a significant level of resistance, ONDO is another coin to keep an eye on in the short term. This falling wedge pattern has a breakout prediction for ONDO to make its move all the way back up towards that all-time high level of $2.12. And with ONDO just now getting back above $1, we still have more than a 2x spot before it hits those big levels. LuxAlgo's weekly chart has even given us a buy signal once again with green reversals, bullish momentum, and positive money flow that has targets just a little below that $2 mark, but still coming in the world of $1.70 to $1.80. Again, I want to make sure people are clear. I'm not telling you where I think ONDO is going to end up at the top of the bull market. I'm talking about the next big move for ONDO of where I could see it in the next couple of weeks. After we break through $2, I still believe ONDO is a coin to watch to get above $9 and even potentially make a push closer towards 22. I've made ONDO and XRP price predictions in the past. If you want to check out those videos on our channel, make sure to go back and watch them. But I'm always updating my opinion based off of all incoming information. That's the smart thing that I do, and I think you should do as well. Never marry one particular number for a price prediction. Constantly be ready to shuffle and change your opinion on new information. But for right now, everything is telling me XRP and ONDO, today's not a fluke. They're rallying because they will be 2 of the hottest coins for this altcoin season. Of course, they're not the only 2 coins rallying right now. If I was going to go through every altcoin that was pumping this morning, this would probably be a 24-hour or longer video doing technical analysis. If you want to see more technical analysis and look for trade setups on your favorite altcoins, check out the VIP trading group down below. We use BloFin, we use LuxAlgo, but we also teach people how to use proper risk management and maximize their profits and learn the technical analysis so they can trade for themselves. I could give you a fish and feed you for a day, or I could teach you to fish and feed you for a lifetime. That's the philosophy we have with our VIP trading group. Go check it out right now in the description down below. Guys, that's all I have for you in this video. Altcoin season, is it here? Maybe not quite yet, but it's extremely close. Don't wait for the official announcement. You want to invest early. See you in the next video. Adios.